Welcome to episode 3 of the aowhodis podcast. You might be asking yourself, what are we doing next to a bridge? Underneath a bridge, some would say.
Yeah, what are we doing underneath the bridge, Alexander?
That's a good question. I'll actually hold the phone. I'll ask you, because
Okay.
you were supposed to pick a good spot, and here we are. I texted Owen for a podcast spot. I'm about to lay.
You're gonna lay down?
I'm
It's
about to
really
hit one of
comfortable.
these.
That's nice.
That's actually nice.
Yeah,
I hope
well-
the cameras can pick us up. Probably
Yeah.
not. Let's sit up.
I'm gonna say first off.
Hold on, before
I think
you say
this
that.
is a great spot. And second off.
Okay.
What were you gonna say?
No, keep going.
Okay. Second off.
Dog.
Just look at this place, man. Just look at it. It's
Just
perfect.
don't look to the left, whatever
well, we
you do.
planned on, picking a nice bridge or picking some offshoot off the water. But we got here and we saw about, I don't know, say what, 300 American flags just laid out in the grass.
We're like, we shouldn't be too disrespectful here. Let's keep it
Yeah,
classy.
so we pull up as the parking lot is completely full. We see like 300 different American flags just all stuffed in the ground. And we didn't know it was up, so we just chose a little spot down here. I like it. I
So
think
much
it's
wind.
comforting. Yeah, it is very
So
windy.
I texted him because we're up in a locale that he knows for the next few days.
Yeah.
I texted him. I said, "Yo, I'll handle everything, everything." By the way, when I say 99.9% is an understatement. Everything, right? And he just needs to bring his iPhone and a good attitude. And he only brought one of those things. First of all, I'm kidding. Second of all, I don't know what the second of all was. Oh, and I'm like, all right, he's gonna pick a great spot. He knows the area. He's gonna spend hours researching.
It's a great spot. It's just busy.
Next thing I know, it's next to a. Smells like a dumpster.
It does smell
It
like
probably
a
looks like a
little
dumpster.
bit.
It's like a bridge thing.
Yeah, but yeah. In my defense, I expected to do it later in the day. I will say that. That's the
What's
only
that
thing.
to do with anything?
Because I thought it would be less busy. Because then,
But there's still people walking by.
well,
At all.
technically,
We can't do we can't do podcasts on a bridge
why?
because people walk by.
People
I
don't-
thought our whole thesis was like, we gotta pick a spots that are secluded. Like even now, I can hear small children.
You said
clamoring
secluded?
about-
Yeah. Well, I don't expect many people
And
to
this
walk
is
by when
secluded.
this. Like technically, this park closes at 5. They don't close the gate or anything. I've never been to this park before 5 p.m. To be honest with you. So every single time I pulled up here, it's been completely secluded.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking we'd just do it. And you guys can't see this, but there's a long walkway along the river here. And so I was thinking we'd set up along here, and then they could like see the water and see us casting off. But that
Well, I'll
didn't
tell you
work
why
out.
they can't see
Well,
us casting
first
off
and-
because
first
my
off, what
rod's
happened
actually
to your
broken.
rod? Yeah.
Dude, we have yet to fish well. On the last podcast, my rod looks like barely working, and you got snagged on your first
Yeah.
guy. And then, so this rod, this reel doesn't work. It actually has 0 drag. And
Really?
it's busted.
No
so
way.
okay,
What?
nothing. I have a new reel and a new rod that I have yet to set up. It's actually in my car right now, and we just didn't set it up before the podcast because dude, we gotta start doing time management better because it took a whole day to get here, to get one segment for one video done.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's partly time management, but also like, how fast do you expect us to be doing these? Like, I feel like we
Dude,
give.
we spent an hour. Hold on. An hour.
Mhm.
And then 10 people walked by our doors. So we did a video segment called "Fishing for Humans,"
Yeah. Right. You can actually.
and basically we put money in a fishing rod and casted it out, and expected
It is
so
right.
many people to come get it. One person did in an hour,
Yeah.
but it's whatever.
Yeah, and a lot of that's just just testing. Like I didn't expect many people to really. Well, I didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you. Like I didn't know how many people were gonna go for that.
The worst part is we forgot our chairs too. We
right? Yeah.
yeah, I did. I forgot the chairs, and so we're sitting on a tarp.
It's okay. It's not comfortable at all.
Not even remotely. It just hides the rocks underneath.
Yeah.
It has no cushion actually.
It
Zero
is what it
zero
is.
of it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
But no, I'm okay with saying. We're at my college right now. What would you say so far? So we used to do this thing in a group. We used to call it Thorns and Roses, right? So Thorns and
there's
Roses
no
is
shot.
in-
There's a small child.
Yeah. Thorns is what's the least favorite thing about your trip, and then Rose would be your favorite thing. So
Okay.
From my campus so far, what's been your favorite and least favorite thing?
This is ridiculous. It's all been thorns. It's a
Yeah.
rose bush with thorns, and there's no roses because they all burned off.
Oh wow.
No, I'm kidding. Thorns and roses. A rose would probably be that one guy who actually picked up the dollar.
Yeah.
That was pretty
That's
pumpy.
pretty cool.
And the thorn would probably be this right now.
Really?
So we're doing pretty good.
The actual thorn in your ass right
We're
now.
That probably would be the thing, but we're doing pretty good.
Man, I hope nobody notices these 2 holes in my dollar.
You're putting it back in.
Yeah.
Tough times.
What do you
dude.
mean putting it?
Tough
What do you think I'm gonna
times.
do with the dollar?
Tough times.
I'm gonna
Oh
spend
my
it.
gosh.
This is food.
Okay, that leaf scare. I thought it was like a squirrel. Look at that. That's a rod in the
What the
water.
heck is that?
Dude, if we had like a camera to show you,
Yeah. There's somebody dropped their like walking cane in the water.
it actually looks like a rod without a reel. Are we sure that's not us?
Where's your rod? Okay.
Yeah, I can't actually cast this. I'm just holding it.
Oh really?
All 3 podcasts. Dude, if I've learned anything, it's that we need to spend time thinking about location better. A turtle.
Location for, is this for talking about fishing stuff?
Podcasts.
Oh.
We need to learn. We need to spend more time like thinking about the location.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Well, I don't know. If
These are gale force winds.
If this place was empty, would you have liked it?
This is Hurricane Owen. Yeah.
So it's just figuring out places that are, I mean, we just gotta go to places and choose, like just figure it out, you know what I mean? Like it's impossible to predict. I mean, maybe not impossible, but it is very, very hard. And the times that I've been here, they have been secluded, so. Like, yeah, it's impossible to accurately predict what's
For the
gonna
past 3 podcasts, also, I've been saying we need to put like a notepad of like topics, and every time we're just like, let's wing it.
happen. Yeah.
And we haven't, but it's fine. It's not a big deal.
I mean, yeah, I feel like we go to different topics often enough.
Mm-hmm. This is ridiculous. I hope
Yeah.
you guys can hear the small child.
Bro, what is your hatred with this
Small
kid?
children interrupting the podcast, dude. This is ridiculous. It's gonna be okay.
All right, I'm gonna have to cut this thing.
That's fine. What do you want to talk about today? How are you, Owen?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, I've been kind of busy. I haven't been able to do much stuff other than homework. Like, as soon as I got back from that weekend of us recording.
That business and entrepreneurship major is really tough, huh?
Yeah, man, coloring in the lines. You know how hard that is?
Dude, I actually struggle to color in the lines.
Me too. I almost got held back in kindergarten. Can you believe that?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude, I should. I failed all of middle school. Like, genuinely Fs. When they started introducing the letter systems,
Yeah.
I didn't see anything other than an F for my
Really?
entire middle school. And
Me too.
they brought me to high
barely
school.
passed middle school.
I just don't think they wanted to deal with me in middle school. They're like, let the high school teachers handle it.
Yeah. No, but I'm actually the similar way. I did not do good in middle school. I passed with probably like barely C's.
Really?
Just C average, yeah. In middle school, at least.
How'd you do in high school?
High school, A's and B's.
Really?
Yeah, because in high
I
school...
feel like that's not what you told me in high school.
In high school? Man, you hate me. You never give me anything, do you? But
We should keep going. I mean, I'm not. I don't see the surprise factor.
yeah, but
kidding.
in high
It's a
school,
joke.
well, for me, I knew this as well. Like I told myself this, I perform better a lot of times when I have more freedom to do it on my own. And high school compared to middle school, at least this happened with my high school and middle school. Middle school, they kind of just told you what to do all the time, and they're just like, all right, just do it this way. That's it. But in high school, they actually gave you free time. Like in our high school, for a year or two before COVID, we'd have this free period where you could either do homework or go hang out with friends or do whatever you wanted, right?
Yeah.
And for me,
That sounds nice.
I loved that kind of thing because I got to choose. Like I actually did more homework more often during those times because of the fact that I had the freedom to go hang out with
Do you
my
think that's
friends.
the minority of people or the majority of people who, like, if you give them more freedom, they'll actually do the right thing more often?
I think it definitely depends on the age, but probably that's a good question.
Thank you.
Um,
Professional podcaster here.
yeah.
3 episodes.
I
18
think as
more
an
and more than
adult-
minority. I'm sorry, keep going.
I think as an adult, it may. I mean, better is a weird term because better kind of. What's your goal? If you're trying to say better.
I'm saying better grades.
Better-
Like, dude does more assignments.
Oh, just
know what I
based on
mean?
assignments and like productivity.
Sure,
then-
productivity is a good.
Then yeah, I think not giving people full freedom, and especially in middle school and high school, is not giving them
That's
full freedom
interesting.
for the average.
Because when I know a lot of, like, private school kids.
Yeah.
And when they had like, some of them were fine, but like others, when they had like a little bit of exposure to like college,
Yeah.
they just went off the rails. You know, well, off the rails is a strong word,
Right.
but they went like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so, but I guess they still did their assignments.
Oh, then what do you mean?
I don't know what I mean. No, they really didn't do their. I don't know. They just had like, they went. And I think this is the majority of people who go into college thinking like, I'm not gonna skip any classes. I'm gonna get all A's. I'm gonna get a 4.0 GPA, because that's what I had in high school. And no, it doesn't work out like that. Except that's actually I have the opposite experience.
Really?
College is significantly easier than my high school, because I went to a private high school.
That's
Like,
interesting.
private's a strong word. It was like the broke person's private school. And so I went to
Nice.
a private high school, and so they really loaded on the work. Like, junior year of high school was so hard for me. I was up until like 4 a.m.
Wow.
But I didn't start my homework until like 11 p.m.
Dog.
Which is probably the reason why. Dude, my schedule was actually so. There was one time I was actually chronically addicted to TikTok at one point.
Really?
Like,
Me too.
I got home
believe it.
from school at like 2:45.
Uh-huh.
4.
Yeah.
And
something like
then
that.
I was on TikTok until 2 a.m.
Jesus.
And I was like, I have a test that was due 2 hours ago at 11:59. I'm sorry, a 15-page essay that I hadn't started. 15
Yeah.
in junior year.
And then you do it.
15 pages. I did it until 4:30. Like 5. I saw the sunrise when I went to sleep.
Jeez, dude.
Dog, I got 96. Like, I'm actually, when it comes to essays, I'm a freaking hero.
Really?
Among men.
Me too.
Dude.
I love that.
Oh my goodness, I'm great. Except for now. I actually suck now. But
So
back
what
then I
would
was
you
really
say your
good.
best subject now is?
Frick, dude. It's like, you know, back to roses and thorns, just
Yeah.
the thorns.
Yeah. What's your worst subject?
Oh,
All of them,
yeah. I don't know. Probably math.
yeah. Math, really?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Math's probably the easiest. There's not really subjects in college, I feel like.
What you mean?
Well,
What do you?
there's more just classes. This feels like a therapy session.
Oh, yeah. And how do you feel about
Going to
that?
my trauma. Not good, dog.
Yeah.
I'm losing my structure.
Losing
No,
your
actually, I have so
structure.
much structure. I have more structure than I ever had.
You have more structure than the average person.
Me?
Oh, yeah. I
Thank
respect it.
you. Appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
Tell all the viewers how great I am.
Hmm?
Never mind. Dude, speaking of like structure, I'm getting a little bit of anxiety
Why?
because, I'm dealing with this. I don't know if any of you guys at home have dealt with this issue when editing videos, because as of right now, I'm editing everything for everything. As of right now, and I'm dealing with audio drift, and so it's like at the beginning of the video, the mics and the cameras are synced up, and towards the end of the hour long, they're completely unsynced, and it's audio drift.
Why does that happen?
So it's because of the differencing in frame rate. So when something says it's 30 there is no shot. There's a speaker going off right now. It literally feels like I'm at the airport.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna announce gate D12.
Yeah.
Okay, so when cameras say they film at 30 FPS, really it's like 29.7. And so they experience audio drift. And so it's a simple solution. Just make your project's frame rate 29.7 rather than 30, right?
Right.
And then everything will be synced up.
Sounds easy.
Actually am gonna kill somebody. Dude, there's a boat. Are you kidding? Anyways. And so, but iPhones, because that's what we're filming on right now, film at a variable frame rate, which means they change their frame rate all the time to like for battery life. And so you
lame.
can't sync it up. And so when I tried to switch it to constant frame rate, which is really hard, it's through like a bunch of different processes. I used FFmpeg to switch it to a constant frame rate. It still didn't work. And so now I'm thinking the microphones do something weird. And so now, dude, this is actually ridiculous.
Yeah. That makes me wonder. Wait, so what's the fix for it then?
Where's my shotgun?
Hey.
I'm kidding.
So what's the fix for it?
I don't know. That's my thing. And so
It's not good.
I'm I know. And so right now I actually have no idea how to really do anything. And so I'm just trying to I'm gonna keep figuring out. I've tried stretching the audio, that doesn't work for some reason. I think there's something wrong with them. I gotta see what the mics their recording rate at. I don't know. I have a couple of more options that I can do, but
Yeah, what if the mics do it at like 60 or something and then...
yeah, I mean, mics don't record at frames per second, but
Really?
it's a good point because there's no frames.
Right. Yeah, they are.
In mics,
I would think.
microphones,
Yeah, like each...
well, they record at a rate. that's equivalent to,
Right.
but it's like milliamps.
Oh, they don't call it
or
frames.
something. Not milliamp hours. That's probably not right.
That's electricity.
Yeah, that's electric.
Okay, well, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
Like, they do
yeah.
have-
And so I don't know. I have to see what these microphones record at, and then I will.
They really don't call it frames per second.
No, maybe. I don't know. I guess not. No. I don't know. But that actually brings in a topic that we could talk about, which is like,
What's that?
you know what I actually think what's really crazy about humans is that you can dedicate like, and this is if this could be like encouragement to some of you guys watching. It's like,
Shit, I need this.
if you have a problem, you can solve it if you just dedicate enough time to it. And so it's like, oh, okay.
Shit.
I know that I'm not going to solve this problem, or I know that I haven't solved this problem yet, and I'm actually screwed. Like, the entire company is ruined if I can't solve this one problem. And I've dedicated 15 plus hours to it already, which it sounds like a lot, but it's only like 4 days when you really think about it. And so 3 days. And so, like, with the amount I work a day, which isn't a ton. And so, like, if I will fix this problem. It's just going to take time. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, we've been talking about this of like, the more time you dedicate to things, the more problems you can solve. And so if you can solve one problem a day versus one problem a week, you can solve 7 problems a week.
Yeah. Do you think that, yep, I'm cooked.
What'd you do?
Do you think that there's a certain point where throwing more hours at something just isn't helpful and you should take a break?
Yo, 100%. I'm talking like general like hours like on paper.
Yeah.
But if you like, nobody works efficiently 24 hours of the day. At least I don't. Somebody probably does. But like if I'm on hour like I usually, and this is gonna sound pathetic, but I usually clock after hour 4 of like, let me go on a walk. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So like after 4 hours, I'm like, all right, let me take a break and let me come back at it in like half an hour. You know what I mean?
I got you.
And so that's usually what I do, unless I'm editing. I can go long editing.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like,
What do you think it is about editing?
Oh, it's just A, I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
And B, it's just easier. Like, you can kind of just shut off. Like, I spent a long time editing the podcast before I realized that it actually isn't correct at all. But
The drift.
yeah. But like, I didn't even realize like 7 hours had passed.
Wow. 7 hours. Jesus.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
like 2 a.m. And I had to wake up at 5 a.m. the next day. And so that was not a fun
5
evening.
a.m.?
Yeah, 5:30.
For what?
Well,
Now you don't have to.
I wanted to go to the gym.
Oh, that's
but,
right.
I didn't.
You've been hitting the gym recently? I think on the last podcast you were saying you hadn't hit it.
No,
nothing.
I'm still inconsistent with it because I went this morning. I'm still inconsistent with it because I'm trying to get like every day except for Sundays for rest day. I'm trying to get massive. And by massive I mean just like any muscle mass at all. Like I don't even have to get big. Just like any muscle mass period.
I want to get big.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, it depends what you mean by big. My goal is probably like 185.
I don't know what 185 on me would look like though.
That's
you know
true
what I mean?
too.
But
That's fair. Like
I don't really. I don't know. I don't know.
that's fair because I'm 135 right now, something like that. Like you're right. What if I hit 160 and it just looks fucking like massive? You know, that's true. That could be the case.
Good cast. Maybe try getting it next to not rocks.
Where are the rocks? What rocks are you talking about?
The ones right there.
Oh, I can't cast that far out.
Oh.
Man, why don't you cast? How about that?
I
How
can't,
about
dude,
that?
because I have this still set up from
what's
whenever.
up with it?
Dude, when we were doing the casting into the car thing, out of the car, if you haven't seen that video, go watch it, fishing from a car. Spoiler alert, we freaking didn't do it.
Who's we? I did my job.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't do it. And so
okay.
there's that.
It's probably tough.
I say this every podcast, but we got to start coming to this podcast with topics.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so. I guess
We have them on our
that's-
phones,
yeah.
and I was like, I'll just look on my phone. But guess what we're recording with?
Yeah, that's what I originally.
Our phones.
That's what I originally.
Dude, have
thought.
you heard of the Remarkable tablet thing?
The remarkable tablet?
Dude.
What is this? Never heard of this before.
Oh, I thought you guys snagged.
I
Oh my gosh, what'd you get?
I was caught on somebody else's line. I'm still caught on their line. Bro.
I wonder how much of this the camera can pick up. Oh, you got another bait.
Yeah. But where is it? Oh, is it at the bottom?
Yeah, I don't think the camera can pick this up.
Yeah.
I don't know. We probably should have made like a, I don't know.
Come on.
Anyways, have you heard of the Remarkable tablet?
No, what is
Dude,
this?
it's like a tablet that's super thin that when you write on it, it's like a pencil. I mean, it's like paper.
It's like just a very thin tablet.
What?
It's like a thin tablet.
It's a thin tablet, but when you write on it, it's like paper.
It kind of just sounds like I used to have that as a kid, dude.
No, not that. Not
those
that.
little green things.
Not that.
You know what I'm talking
Not
about?
that. Dude, I'm going to get it someday. I'm going to have it on the podcast, and I'm going to have all my topics on it. I'm going to cross off the ones we do and keep going.
Bet. Before that, though, you got to get that Vision Pro, the Apple Vision Pro. What's up with that, man?
I have a toxic relationship with Apple. It's really hard for me. We've been talking about it. I'll tell you this. I have yet to step foot into an Apple store since they released the Apple Vision Pro. Since they announced it. Because I know.
I think we talked about this.
I know that I would. We did talk about this, but I'll talk about it again.
Right.
I know that I would buy it. Because I would go in and I would demo it. And then I would tell the person, oh, I'm going to get this. And they would say, do it. And I would say, okay.
And then you'd actually do it. Yeah.
And then, we went to a whole spiel about this on the last podcast about how I would, like, go to the bank or, yeah.
Yeah.
Next segment, we talked about this.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, no, we were talking about this earlier today, and you said to save it for the podcast.
Okay, hit me.
All right.
Dude, I'm so excited. Please be the greatest topic in the
I mean, it's all right.
Oh, my God.
Like, we were talking about this earlier, bro. What you think about Mr. Beast?
Dog, what do you
feel?
think about Mr. Beast?
I think he's cool. I mean, like, he's really big now, so, I mean, obviously the stuff that he has to do
no,
is
he
a little
lost
bit
a lot of
different. Yeah, nice, nice. Did he actually?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been seeing, like, clips of him on a podcast saying he works out, but...
I heard.
Oh, I got dirt in this thingy.
Yeah, no, he did. Anyways, keep going.
Yeah.
Dude, name, here's a challenge. Name one thing Mr. Beast did bad.
Name one thing he did bad.
That isn't alleged.
I mean, I'm not against him. I think he's a chill guy. But I do know that the only thing I heard, well, not the only thing, but the only thing I know is true is that he did start with just 5 ingredients in the chocolate. He talked about it being low ingredients and very simple ingredients, and after that, I wouldn't say suddenly, but over the course of a couple of months, he
Didn't they
added more and more
rebrand
ingredients.
Feastables and then add more ingredients, or did they add in more ingredients pre-rebrand?
I didn't know they rebranded it.
Oh, they rebranded pretty heavily. You should get your facts straight before you talk about things on the podcast. No, I'm kidding. Keep going.
How did they rebrand?
They basically changed a bunch of flavors. They changed like the whole formula and stuff. So I guess that answers that question. Is that
Okay.
they openly said they changed the whole formula. They
remember them
stopped
saying that.
advertising it's healthy, and they just said it's really good chocolate.
I don't remember them actually saying that. I didn't know they reformulated. But,
It was a long time ago. I mean, if you look at the packaging, it's completely different from how it was.
well, maybe what I'm talking about is after that then.
Possibly.
Maybe. But, yeah. And then I saw some pictures of him with KSI yesterday. Pretty cool. They just seem sad, though.
Dude, because all they're getting is hate, dude. Like, Mr. Beast doesn't deserve the hate he's getting. Like, I don't know what's going on with this thing with, like, Chris or whatever his name is now.
Yeah.
But, or her name is now.
Well, what I've heard, I mean, what actually got him in trouble was essentially bringing creators, smaller creators, to the team, acting like he was going to hire them and help them with a video, or like have them help with a video. They give him their video ideas, and he basically just uses them and tells them, "Sorry, we don't want to hire you." And so he sent them on their merry way. And so what the main claims were.
I feel like I don't know. I just feel like that's such a one-sided story. That you have, that not you, because I know you're just playing, like, you're just giving the information, that people just have, like, no context for whatsoever. And they're just like, it's so easy to hate, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, did you watch the video? Like, you don't know if there's context or not.
No, I don't. You're right.
Like, it was a 45-minute video. He talked about what happened. He showed receipts.
Okay.
I'm not saying that, I mean, this is still all alleged, obviously. But from what I've seen, it seemed like at least in that one time, Mr. Beast's team, quote, team, right, seemed like they mismanaged it pretty well. And from what I've heard, I actually have friends who have applied to Mr. Beast before and have worked there. I have friends who are working there right now, actually. They're in, like, I think Puerto Rico or Ecuador or something for a video. They have said
Our
that
video gets taken down for leaking critical Mr. Beast.
yeah, right?
Keep going.
Yeah. But he says that at least their hiring team and their teams are for the most part very mismanaged. And so maybe I think he's changed after that, because he posted a message basically saying, "Listen, I'm sorry for the mismanagement. We're getting an HR team now," stuff like that. Because they didn't have an HR, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty mismanaged. And so once that stuff came out, they obviously apologized. And went along their way. Like, he seems pretty. Mr. Beast he's almost corporate now, so he's gonna do the corporate way of public apology and then not talk about it again.
Mm-hmm.
Only go on podcasts where people aren't gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
And that's what's kind of weird to me. It's just other than that one official statement from his company, I haven't heard anything else from him. That's what the. I lost my bait.
I'm just gonna cover my face just in case.
Yeah, I lost it.
Yeah, you seem to be more educated than me. That's crazy. You seem to be more educated than me. I'm always weary about like hearing things like that because there
me
is
too.
always two sides to every story.
Absolutely.
And so you like I try to be very careful with like what I hear. And so like with the Logan Paul thing, I think he gets so much hate that he just does not deserve.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying he's scot-free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, like, people keep bringing up the Japan thing, which happened, like, almost, I think, like, 2017, 2018, 2019.
Yeah, I think it was 2016.
2021, 2022, 2023, 7 years ago.
7 years ago, that I agree with. I mean,
And so that's stupid. And then I'm not fully educated on the CryptoZoo thing, but I also know that...
I am.
You are?
For the most part.
All right, hit me.
What, you want like the full story of
Yeah.
CryptoZoo? I mean, it's essentially, I mean, quick TLDR is...
Too long, didn't read. I know what that means. Just keep going.
Exactly. Logan Paul had hyped up a project called CryptoZoo. He said he was working on it. He said a couple of his business partners were working on this. He has a team, and there were two parts of the CryptoZoo. There's the coin itself, which holds value, and then there's what they had NFTs versions, which is literally like you had an NFT egg and it would hatch into an animal, and that's what CryptoZoo essentially is. And his whole plan with this is that he was going to make these NFTs and he was going to have this coin, and then he was going to make a game called CryptoZoo, and people were going to be able to use their NFTs to slowly make money and to get yield, and they could use their coins to buy more NFTs and make more money. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he sent this out and he publicized this to everybody that, like, he sent this on all the socials, and people were like, okay, this is a great idea. So they invested, they bought coins, they bought NFTs, because they were under the promise that there was a game being delivered.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially he never ended up making the game. He kept delaying it, and then he basically said, okay, listen, we're just gonna abandon this project. And that,
Did he say that?
yeah, he said we're going to abandon it. It's not going to work out.
He said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can't abandon a project that many people are invested in with the promise of something.
Yeah.
Right. And obviously he's going to get in trouble from that. And it's not just that anymore, but he's suing the people that are talking about it. And I don't know if you know who CoffeeZilla is.
I do. He did like a whole 3-part series on it.
Yeah, he
Didn't
did.
watch it. Probably should have.
And Logan Paul is suing him for
Defamation or something.
I think $1 million. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's getting sued for $1 million for defamation. And I don't know, man. I feel like you're just digging yourself a worse hole. You can't just like you can't just sue the people who are talking about it. It's not how this works. It truly isn't. You can't sue somebody just because they're talking about what you're doing.
For sure. My only argument is that, and also I'm not arguing like necessarily in defense of that. Like if that's true, then that's weird. You know what I mean? Like that's definitely a fault.
Right.
I'm only arguing that the hate that he's getting is cruel, in my opinion. Like he gets so much hate and so many negatives, just so much like death threats, like everything. And like it's online, but that's still like words being spoken to a person.
Sure, I don't think people should be sending death threats.
That's completely ridiculous in my opinion. And also, we have to understand how much to control does Logan actually have, and how much can he legally say over a thing. Sure. And now I'm not defending Logan, but I'm just devil's advocate saying this point because I also don't want to be like a podcast that like just blasts a person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's a very corporate thing. We know with Prime, Logan, like I'll use Prime as an example. Logan Paul has 20% equity in Prime, and so he doesn't make decisions. He doesn't. Do you know what I mean? Like if he wanted something, if he could be forced to publicly publicize something that he doesn't want to, as far as I understand the world of business, which is nothing, so don't take my word for it. But if he was told and there was a majority vote and there's some like, do you know what I mean?
So is it private equity then? Who owns Prime?
The other 60% is owned by something.
Like
it's
KSI
not public. It's not public. No, KSI owns another 20.
So 20, and then 40?
60 equals 100.
Oh
20,
yeah,
20.
yeah, yeah.
So
So somebody owns 60%.
yeah, so there's a majority owner, and it's probably corporation. I think it's Hydration LLC or something. At least that's what's on the back of the Prime bottles. And so,
Did it start like that, or did he sell it?
no, it always started. Logan never had Prime is a company,
Right.
and
Well,
they
he-
likely came to Logan and they said, "Listen, we need an advertising wing to fuel this company.
Right.
We will give you 20%." And then Logan probably went to
He
KSI.
sure made it seem like it was his.
That's the point, right?
Yeah.
That's the point. And it is his. He owns 20%. It's a lot, right? I don't even think Steve Jobs owns, or sorry, Kim Cook owns that much of Apple. Do you know what
Sure.
I mean? And so it is his, and it is also KSI's, and it's also 60% somebody else's. Like, it's never one person. Like this is 50% right now, and we'd probably get somebody else in later down the line for like other stuff. No, I don't even want to go into that because that's like freaking. But like this is as much mine as it is yours, but it's still mine and it's still yours. Do you know what I mean?
But it's not
the
as
air
much
that we
theirs
have.
as his, though.
No, but it's still a correct statement to say this is mine. If you have like 20% ownership of a company.
I don't know. I just don't think that you should be mad at getting hate if you say that something is yours and people are, and
Sure,
then
sure.
people get mad at that thing. They're going to, by association,
Sure.
get mad at you.
But
And so-
I'm saying, sure, completely.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, I'm using Prime as an example to circle back to CryptoZoo.
Sure.
Prime could do a thing that Logan doesn't like, and Logan would just kind of have to sit there and eat it.
Sure.
Because he only has 20% ownership, right? And so he is contractually bound to a lot of different things. Now, he put himself in that contractually bound position. That's his fault, right? Now, Prime is a complete different thing, which we can talk about. Back to CryptoZoo. If that actually happened, which it probably did, I think it definitely did, actually, the way you're speaking, but I'm not educated, so I can't say whether it did or didn't. He can. You have to understand how much Logan Paul probably does not have a majority ownership of CryptoZoo. In fact, I can almost guarantee, based on what I know about Prime and what I know about Lunchly, is that he doesn't.
Right.
He almost definitely doesn't, right? And so we have to be careful. Like, he's the advertising wing, and he puts his brand on the line to represent this thing. And he's been very, very liberal with what he advertises, right? He advertises a lot. I remember he advertised a liquid marketplace thing, which was supposed to be like, you can buy and sell like different NFTs or whatever. I'm not 100% positive. He put his like Pokemon card on it.
Crypto exchange.
Something like that. And so he's been very liberal with what he advertises. And then we look at somebody like Alex Hormozy, who basically advertises nothing but his own stuff, right? And so those are kind of the two sides of the coin. But Logan Paul does likely not have a majority ownership of CryptoZoo, and so there is probably so much stuff. He can't just pay the people back. Do you know what? It's not up to just him. If it were, I don't know whether he would, but that's not the conversation we're having. He cannot just say, all right, I'm rich enough, I can probably just out of pocket pay these people back. Right? He can't say that. And he can't get CryptoZoo, the company, or whatever company it is, to pay those people back. There's a ton of corporate levels that you have to go through to actually get that done. Now, did he actually sue CoffeeZilla for that? Probably. We don't know the context of why he sued CoffeeZilla. He could have been told to, right? This is a possibility. Am I saying he was told to? No, he probably did, because we also know, I think he sued Dylan Dennis for saying stuff about his wife. So he could just be you know what I mean? He could have just sued him, right? And so, and we know that Logan, he could have he completely could have. I'm just saying that we have to be very careful when we hear these things about advertisers advertising a company, because Logan did not create CryptoZoo. CryptoZoo likely already existed, and Logan Paul was the advertising wing, much like Prime probably already existed, and Logan was the advertising wing.
What the main difference is, and what I think people are most annoyed at, or what people are most mad at, is there is a big difference between advertising a thing like Prime and advertising a financial thing,
and there's
especially
Logan's
because
fault,
the
right?
fact that it's not fully owned.
Like
so if you don't fully own it and you're advertising a financial service that you don't control of,
but
then that is a problem.
That's the standard. Like, there are nobody, not too many people fully have them. Okay, I actually don't know.
Okay, and also I don't even know if he owns CryptoZoo. Like, he might be full ownership. If he
might be, but
right, and I don't remember hearing anything about another. I know he had a team, but I didn't hear anything about. I thought he had started it. And that's where my problem
right,
had
but
arisen.
we also thought that he started Prime.
Right,
He
but
didn't. Well,
I think it's
we
even
actually
worse
don't
if he
know.
doesn't own it, because then he's talking
Completely.
about financial services that he doesn't know about the outcome, and so
Right.
you do have a responsibility, in some aspect of just a responsibility of people's money. I mean, you're convincing them.
100%. Well, and that,
So
and
there's a
that's his
big
fault.
difference between
Like
Prime
I
and
said, he was-
CryptoZoo.
Like I said, am I good?
Yeah.
Like I said, he was very liberal with what he advertises, and he also pulls back a lot. But I'm just saying, I don't think we can put 100% of the blame, like it is being
I don't
put
think it's 100%.
on Logan. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking more to like everybody.
Yeah.
I don't think we can put 100% of the blame on Logan. I don't think he deserves the hate he's getting, because we have no idea what the corporate back end to everything that he's doing is. And did he handle it poorly? Maybe, or maybe he was told to do that by his boss, right? We know in the WWE he has a boss. He said this, right? Logan works for people. He is bought and sold, but not in like the bad connotation way. He just literally is bought and sold. You know what I mean? Like his brand, his IP, his whole business is Logan Paul, is himself. And so he goes into the WWE not as a character, as Logan Paul, right? And so he's selling himself, which is fine, which is good, which is kind of what we're gonna do at the end of the day.
Well. God.
But so I'm saying I don't think Logan's necessarily in the right, but I also would be very, very, very careful to make a comment about his whole character based on this, because
Well, I think
might-
it's also based off other stuff.
Oh sure, no,
Yeah.
100%, right?
Bro
But
has a past, doesn't
I know,
he?
you're right, but I know.
I know what you mean.
We should
No,
be
you're right.
careful.
I mean, people are talking about stuff that they don't fully know.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a lot of stuff that is justified, you know? Like,
Oh,
he actually did
sure.
this, you know? And those are about the two main ones that I know of. And then I agree. I'm not surprised that he doesn't own
The
Prime.
majority of Prime, I don't actually even consider that a bad thing. I just think he's the advertising one. I think 20% is a lot.
Well, I just think he did a
20% is a
very,
lot.
very good job, and this might screw him over eventually of acting like he owns it. Because I was under
Sure.
the impression that it was him and KSI that started it
yeah.
and own it. So,
No, I mean, that's what they
so
say.
he
That's what
just
they
put-
say, right?
I mean, he's putting
he'll-
himself in that same exact position he did with CryptoZoo, where he's advertising something that he doesn't actually control. And if people start hating him for something that Prime is doing again, then he still has a similar amount of
It's
responsibility.
putting
not
your
as
personal,
much.
like publicly endorsing something is putting your brand at a risk.
Right.
And so Logan publicly endorsed CryptoZoo. It didn't end up working out.
I'm just saying it's putting him at a risk, not Prime itself.
No, that's what I said, him.
Yeah.
And so now his brand took a hit. Same thing with Prime. If it doesn't end up working out, and I mean Prime's already had a lot of allegations, which I don't know.
Really? I actually haven't heard of much of these.
Yeah, Prime. There's like a forever chemical thing for Prime. I know nothing about it.
Of course.
But I actually think it's false. I'm pretty sure I watched a YouTube video, so it might be false. I don't know. I can't speak on that, but I don't know.
Neither, man.
Uh,
It's tough.
Yeah, I try to be very careful.
It's hard. Yeah, I
I'll tell
don't
you who's
even-
getting unnecessary amounts of hate.
Who's that?
KSI for his song.
Bro,
dog.
come on.
It's not okay. First of all, it's not a very good song. Like, let me get
Yeah.
that out of the way.
You
But
really
like,
think it's-
dog, are we really gonna hate on? Like, why are we
Yes.
hating on KSI so badly for his song?
It's just so auto-tuned, bruh.
So,
Come on.
dude, just like blow by. I don't know.
Just
Like,
be
I get it's been a meme.
It's just a meme. I
And
really
he's
don't think
riding
it's too much
into
more
it.
than that. I think he kind of.
I'll tell you what is stupid.
What's that?
Lunchly.
Why?
Why is Lunchly a thing?
Because I don't know. Lunchables has too much of a share of the market.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's so much. Like, why are we doing Lunchly as well?
Lunchly
know.
and Prime. Well, what's in Lunchly?
I guess
like
Lunchly
chocolate?
kind of promotes Prime and Feastables at the same time, which is
Exactly.
probably why.
They just wanted a merge deal.
Yeah. And I mean, people are talking about it. Everybody's talking about it.
Which that's actually a pretty good merge, dude. I'm not gonna lie. KSI, Logan Paul, and Mr. Beast.
Oh,
That's
it's
like
a
that's a
great merge.
good trio for
Completely.
promoting something.
Yeah. Completely.
If you're trying to get views on YouTube, you chose the right three.
Yeah. Completely. I don't know.
All right.
And, I just don't like.
Yeah, I just think there's a. I don't really know much about his other stuff, literally, other than CryptoZoo. I didn't even know that he didn't own Prime. Like CryptoZoo is the only one I talk about because of the fact that it's financial, and there's a big difference between financial companies or advertising financial companies and
Oh,
services.
completely. Yeah.
And that's the only one that I'm just like, you really can't do that.
I
That's
know.
messed
I'm
up.
just I'm I'm only posing that I'm very curious what is
Yeah.
actually going on the corporate level
Mm-hmm.
beyond just Logan. Like, how much control does Logan actually have about what he says and does?
Right.
And he gave up that control, I understand. But
I'm curious about that too.
I'm just saying that we should pose the question and we should think before we act when we freaking write mean comments to people. Like,
Well,
I don't know.
I think people, even if you told them that, and even if you got people to understand that, they wouldn't care, because they'd still put it under Logan Paul because it's still his responsibility.
If
to
you
sign the
wouldn't say it to
contract.
somebody in real life, I don't think you should comment it.
Yeah, I think in Logan Paul's case, people would say it.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think that, I mean, all content creators talk about is how much love they get in real life and how much hate they get online. Like, almost all
Yeah.
content creators have a universal statement that, oh, I don't get hate in real life. It's only online.
I also just don't think that the haters go up or are going to be in the vicinity of Logan Paul that often.
What do you mean?
Like
Lean
online,
back down.
people may find Logan Paul and send a hate comment. There's obviously a ton of things that go into that about the switch up. But I think another part of it is like he goes out, and when he goes out and fans come up and meet him, and there's not gonna be too many haters. It's just gonna be fans trying to find him in real life. So like in real life, of course, it's gonna be more fans than haters because
Okay,
fans
that's
are gonna
fair.
be looking for him.
That's
But
fair.
I think either way, you're still right to an extent. Like there's still gonna be people who switch up when they talk to him.
That's fair.
I don't really think I'd be too excited or too mad. I think I'd just be like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like there's some people I'd be like, oh my god, it's you know. Bro, I'd love to meet what's his name? I think Theo Von would be funny to meet.
Really?
I think Kevin Hart would be funny to meet. I think that what's his name? Keanu Reeves would be cool to meet because he seems like a really nice.
I want to
guy.
meet Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey seems like a chill
Matthew
guy.
McConaughey is
I
a
feel like
hero.
I don't know what I'd talk to him about though. Like Theo Von, I feel like I could have a conversation about anything he loved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Matthew
Kinda wanna meet-
Matthew McConaughey, I'd get a little bit like nervous. Like if you were to meet Mike Tyson, bro, what would you say?
How's the ear doing?
I would go to I'd go to his right side and be like, hey.
Well, except he didn't get the ear bitten off.
Oh, true,
So that joke that I said didn't even make any sense.
true.
This is the first thing that came to
You
mind.
got, you had me tripping.
But hey,
There's no other-
if his ear did get bit off, would have been a funny joke.
yeah, except that is not what I would say to Mike Tyson.
Dude, I could totally get beaten up by Mike Tyson and like post it on the YouTube channel.
I would take a punch from Mike Tyson just so I could tell people I did.
Yeah. Anyways, changing the topic.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about going up to random strangers and asking them to subscribe to our YouTube or follow our Instagram? That's what we're doing tomorrow for a portion of the day.
I think that the people will be like, oh, cool, yeah, I'll follow you, I guess. Without any like.
No, dude. How do we
reason
make
to-
it entertaining?
That's what I was thinking
Like
with
they're
the
just like,
prizes.
okay.
That's what I was thinking with the free
Well, how
prizes.
do the prizes make it entertaining?
Because then they want to follow us. Because then there's a reason to. Otherwise, they're just doing it just because they're nice people. And then they'll just be like, yeah, I got you. Yeah, here you go. All right, have a good day. But if there's like a prize, maybe they want to stay. They want to stay at least until they get the prize. And so then they may want to talk. And then we'll actually be
but
promising
we
them
just went
something.
over the terms and service thing.
No.
Dude, we got to be careful with Meta's terms and service. We can't be playing
Thanks.
games.
We
Like
can't.
my Instagram account got banned when I made it, and I didn't even post anything on it or do anything really. Like it got banned, and I don't know why. Whatever.
That's funny. Man, how long has this thing been going on for, actually?
This podcast,
Yeah.
you could check. I just don't want to get up.
Okay. We'll check it.
It's been a beautiful week.
It is so
Like, we
nice.
started the
Literally
fir-
not a single cloud right
I
now.
know, dude, except for that plane right there, but don't worry about it.
Please say it's been a while. I want to be done.
46.
46 minutes.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, we might have to pack up soon anyways.
Why?
I gotta get back eventually. It's like 5:25 right now. 5:20.
Do you have volleyball at 6?
Yeah. No, well, I gotta be back at the dorm by 6.
Okay.
I got about 6:30.
Man,
Crazy.
who are you voting for?
Who am I voting for, bro? I don't even know yet. I'm gonna be honest with you.
either.
I'm still undecided. I feel like there's still stuff that can go on that would change my vote.
Ooh, that's a good point.
You know what I mean? Like
Those early voters are.
that's
missing
why
out.
that's why I'm scared of early voting, because like what if you early vote and then he's just like, all right, now that I got all the votes,
I hate
this is what
gay
I'm really gonna
people."
do to the country. Yeah, exactly.
That's
or
so
she,
funny.
or she. Sorry.
You're right.
But yeah, I'm still undecided, so we'll see.
Pretty chill.
I'm not really. I need to.
Can
need
I
to do
vote
more
for the
research.
vice presidents for president?
You can actually vote for anybody you want.
Dude, I can vote for myself.
You could vote for yourself.
If I get like more than one vote for myself, I'm gonna be so happy.
Yeah.
Like somebody accidentally.
I
they
feel like
meant
I'd
to
be creeped out. I'd be like, who the hell voted for me?
It's like a blind person. They meant to write Trump, but they actually wrote Alexander.
Yeah.
They're like, are these letters right? And then they just put it in. And they don't even put it in the ballot box. They put it in like the ocean.
Bro, how do blind people vote?
Blind people vote. They have somebody else do it, or they do it. Can you not vote online?
Can you?
No.
I don't trust that.
I asked my dad, and he said no.
I don't trust voting online.
They're like, suddenly we got 100,000 more virtual votes.
It's so easy to. Well, I guess
it's just the ChatGPT Sky voice saying
Yeah.
Trump, Trump, Trump.
Yeah. Dude, I was talking to ChatGPT today. I had asked it the question because I saw this on X. It said, based on everything you know about me, type a few sentences of who you think I am, right?
Oh,
And
what did it say?
And it said, you like to ask deep questions, like it was just saying this stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, so, do you actually remember conversations? And it said, no, I don't remember any. And so I was just like, okay, so you say based on our conversations, but you don't have any memory of our conversations. And it came back to me, it said, yes, you're correct. That was only based on the prompt that you had given me. And I was just like,
So
okay.
the prompt
so
is
you told me that it was based on our last conversations, but in actuality, you don't actually remember our conversations. And it said, yes, you're correct. And so I had a whole conversation about it being completely confidently incorrect. I have the receipts too, and that's scary to me. To be in the position of it as an AI, to spread misinformation and like have people pleasing over having actual information. I mean, instead of saying just I don't know, it'll give you it'll be confidently incorrect in what it says, and that is scary as crap.
That's insane.
Because I'd been like, okay, well, isn't that a bad thing? And it said, yeah, it's a bad thing. And I was like, okay, well, if I went to another chat and I said that was a good thing, would you agree with me? And it would be like, yes, I probably would agree with you based on that conversation. And I'd be like, okay, so you're just agreeing with whatever I say. You don't know the correct answer. And it was like, yeah.
Well, shouldn't AI not have a correct answer? Shouldn't it be completely subjective to what you think?
Um,
That way they don't murder you when. By the way, dog.
I think it should have a disclaimer.
Ooh.
Good.
No, keep going.
Okay.
I realized on the last two podcasts I kept interrupting you. So I'm trying to stop.
I got you. But essentially, it should have a disclaimer saying, this is, I may agree with you, but I don't fully know. Like I think that's not too hard to say. And for some things, it's just too confident on things that it doesn't know. And that's scary to me.
That is so
because
scary.
people have the perception that AI is a lot like Google, where you look something up and it gives you an answer. It looks it up for you.
And
It
Google
gives
is
you an answer.
always right.
And I think that OpenAI and AI companies in general, they understand this. And so to have it people please over giving the correct information when people are expecting the correct information, that's scary. That's misinformation.
We'll define correct. Do you know what I mean?
Um,
So would you?
1 + 1 is 2.
Oh, but see, that's not. Oh, so when you put in that prompt, you would rather it say, "I don't have any information on you."
I would rather it say, I don't remember our past conversations. Yeah.
Yeah, I would rather
What
it
do you
say
mean?
that too.
I would rather it say that.
No, I wasn't saying like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would absolutely rather it say, I don't have enough information to give you a correct answer. I'd rather have that than it.
Yeah, me too.
It write an entire passage about what it thinks I am. You know what I mean? And then when you go back.
Oh, that's great.
Exactly.
Because
It
then
doesn't
you were
know who
like
I
really
am.
getting like really complimented by it. You're
Yeah,
like, yeah, this
exactly.
is great.
That's what happened on Twitter too, because people were like, they were
Look
all
how
getting
great
complicated.
ChatGPT. That's crazy.
And some people, it does have a type of memory, like where it says memory updated.
Yeah.
You'll see that sometimes. I don't have memory
I don't
on.
have it on either.
The only thing I have in the settings is I asked it for shorter responses, and if you don't know, don't say it. I said that. So
And it didn't work.
prefer shorter responses, and try to stay neutral. Yeah.
If you don't, maybe you should say if you don't know, say a specific line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rather than
Yeah.
say nothing.
Yeah.
Like
that
if
might
you
work
don't
too.
know, say I don't know. Period.
Yeah. But that's what's scary about AI. It's not that it knows or doesn't know. It's just that it's just a word predictor.
Do you know what's even scarier?
What's that?
They put AI in robots now.
What you mean?
The Tesla bots.
Oh yeah, dude, that totally looked like a real person. I think that was a
Dude,
real person.
no.
I saw the robot, but
I
the
mean, they
voice,
did the real
bro,
person
the voice
thing once.
sounded like it was a real person.
Did you see the TikTok of like a guy actually like his voice was the same as one of the robots?
No,
It might have been fake, but I don't have TikTok either. I was on Instagram Reels.
I saw it. It was
TikTok
like a
for the audience.
Hollywood outing, and there was just like a Tesla robot there talking to somebody. He was like,
Dude, yeah, they're scary. Did you watch the Tesla event?
no, not yet.
Dude,
oh,
do
I
you know
saw
what they got?
one clip of the taxi, but
No. Oh, yeah, that one.
yeah.
Dude, it's cool. Wireless cars now, retail.
Wireless
$30,000.
cars? What
I'm
do you
sorry,
mean?
that's not right. Driverless cars, retail, $30,000.
Actually,
Roughly.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Give or take another 60.
So you can actually buy them,
Just kidding. It is 30.
and it's legal.
So I think that's the one.
Okay. It's
I
only
think-
30K.
I think.
That's not bad.
I was told by one unreliable source
On
that it was
TikTok,
30K.
yeah.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, no, one pretty reliable source.
Okay.
Carter PCs, I think, said it. And he's pretty reliable. You ever watch Carter PCs?
Yeah.
I love Carter
yeah,
PCs,
I
dude.
have actually on YouTube.
He's great.
I like.
great.
You ever heard of Whistling Diesel?
Whistling Diesel,
I
yeah,
love
the
him.
Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Thing. I love
God, that's so
Cybertrucks
good.
until I saw the witch fall off, and I still love Dude, Cybertrucks
Oh, the
are so
hitch.
cool.
Yeah.
The hitch, yeah, the winch, whatever it is.
They aight.
They're so cool, dude.
They're cool,
When
I
you
guess.
go onto a Cybertruck, onto a road even,
Mm-hmm.
and you see a Cybertruck, dude.
It's like a glitch
basically
in the
road.
video system.
That's what I'm
Like-
saying. It's like all your frames haven't rendered.
Yeah, or like
back
when
in
you play a game, it's like really far away.
like back in the day,
moves.
Fortnite,
Yeah.
and stuff wouldn't load in.
The trees being like
Yeah.
geometrical. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
But that's what a Cybertruck was saying is great.
that's cool. I guess.
Alex Hormozy wrapped his in
Really?
white, and so it's a stormtrooper. And I think he's actually giving it away for
That's
like
cool. I
school.
saw that on Instagram.
I mean, I think he's giving it away for school winners. So.
Yeah.
We better join our school where we have nothing for not nothing.
Woo. Go us.
And go us.
Yeah, right. I'm about ready to end this thing.
Really, we had it early.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably about something like that.
I was like,
50-something.
we better save time in case we get in a good conversation and we go over.
Yeah. That's funny. No, I'm just a little bored about volleyball.
Okay, we'll pack it up.
About that,
Any last final remarks?
dude.
Retention just plummeted because we said
Yeah.
we'll pack it up, and so now nobody's here.
Good luck, Logan Paul. You got a rough time ahead of you. So
Dude, he's got a kid. You see this?
he has a kid.
Yeah, they
Oh.
gave birth.
I'm really under a
him.
rock. Like I don't know anything.
Dude, Logan, his
Wife?
fiance
Oh, okay.
was pregnant for 9 months, and she popped out a
Good.
kid. A
Nice.
girl.
What's her name?
Some stupid name.
Dang.
No, I'm kidding. It's actually really good. Wait, what would you name a girl?
Well,
I have a
okay.
good name.
Well, the last name's Paul, so let's think.
No. Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Well, maybe not yet. Leia, Paul. That's what I would
It's
do.
something like that.
Because I
It's
want to
like
name my kids Luke and Leia. I
Something.
think that'd be cool.
Oh, do you really?
I think that would be really cool.
I want
yeah.
to name my kid Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Yeah,
That's
it's
tough.
such a good
boy
name.
or girl.
Not even for like any reason.
or just girl.
girl. I mean, I'm not gonna name a boy Charlotte. Girl.
Yeah, I love
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Boy probably
There's actually a really good anime called
Aang.
Charlotte. I'll say that.
Charlotte.
Yeah, shout out to Charlotte the anime. That is awesome. 13 episodes, amazing. Actually, when we were in 6th grade, I sent it. I screen recorded each episode. I sent it to you.
No, you didn't.
I did the first one for sure. I promise. I can pull it back up. I'll
Wait
pull
a
up
second. Hold the phone.
Because I pulled up the
You
video
went
on
from
my
13
phone.
episodes to one really quick.
Well, you didn't watch the first episode.
Dude, no shot. 6th grade.
Yeah.
We weren't in 6th grade together.
What do you mean? Well, we talked,
You're right.
but we didn't go to the same school.
You're right. No, you didn't.
What you mean? Bro, I will pull up the video and
Pull
you're
up-
gonna be like,
pull-
damn,
pull up
you're
the
right
video,
on.
and then if it actually is true, I'll put a little segment at the end that says, "I'm wrong,"
Okay, bet.
and I'll jump into this water with all clothes on. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding. I can't, dude. I can't afford it.
You got that on recording.
You can't.
All right,
All right, we're
I'm all good.
we're good.
Yeah.
All right, I'll wait for this wind to subside. Hold
Yeah,
on.
what is
we
this
need a good
sign?
segment of no wind.
It's not gonna happen.
Dude, I think my brain power goes away when the chair goes away.
That could be it. Seating power.
It's possible. Anyways, hope y'all liked the episode. Make sure to like and subscribe. And Where'd it come from, dude? From all angles. All right, whatever. Make sure to like and subscribe, follow. This is the aowhodis podcast. I'm Alexander. He's Owen. What did I always say at the end of the videos of all three of them?
What?
Oh, stay safe and stay healthy. I'll see y'all later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay.
All right. That was good.
It was fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't
I'm
great.
hoping that dirt doesn't actually cover the camera.
I was hoping that too.
Really? I also tapped it very slightly with my rod, so I'm hoping it doesn't screw
No, it
everything
shouldn't have
up.
been.
I'm gonna stop recording.
Yeah, me too.